What's going on, YouTube? Alright, we're back today with another pod review. Today we're doing the dreaded 7-Pot Jonah. As with the last couple reviews, this pepper came to me from Chili Wonka's Pepper Factory. This particular pheno looks very similar to a Scotch bonnet, but it's very bumpy, like a ghost pepper. It is a 3-lobe pepper. You can see it's kind of got this like indentation, so it looks kind of like a bell. These 7-Pot Jonahs come originally from the nation of Trinidad and Tobago, I think specifically Trinidad. That whole archipelago of islands that make up the Caribbean is where you get a lot of really hot peppers. The habanero, the name comes from Havana, Cuba. You've got the Bahamian goat, which comes from the Bahamas, and then the Trinidad Moruga scorpion, the Trinidad Butch Tea scorpion, and then of course the Trinidad 7-Pots are all from the Trinidad area. That whole island set along the Caribbean was the area of huge controversy during the late 1700s, early 1800s, filled with pirates and merchants and lots of stuff going back and forth through there to go to the Americas, specifically to Florida. And that's where a lot of piracy came from, is in that whole area. And then you had privateers, which was basically a pirate sponsored by a nation, and then a pirate just had no backing. So really interesting history, really rich history if you ever want to look into that. Anywho, let's go ahead and get down to it. We're going to cut this thing open, and we're going to talk about it and save some seeds, and then we'll eat it. Alright, so here we are with the 7-Pot Jonah. Let's go ahead and cut this thing open. As always, wear gloves, guys. It's just a smarter thing to do. You know, you don't want to handle a hot pepper and then touch your eyes or your mouth or somewhere more delicate, and then really burn your skin and stuff, and that's not fun. So as we take a look at this, you can see that it has a lot of placenta. I mean, it is just full of all that heat creating goodness. We're gonna go ahead and get a bunch of seeds out of here and just stack them up onto this napkin I have. This is this pepper just smells super hot. It's got very thin walls. Oops. I'm just gonna kind of rake it out. Let's just do this. Rake some of these seeds out. Yeah, it's got very thin walls. Tons of tissue. You can see oil just pooling on the side walls. This thing is gonna be a beast. Oh yeah, there's some oil pooling. I'm not sure if you could really see, but there's definitely some right there. There's a nice big pool of oil. And remember, we're only gonna do half because I want to be able to function the rest of the day. And I'm pretty sure if I ate this whole thing, I would not be functioning. This is supposed to be hotter than the yellow 7-Pot Douglas that I ate the other day. It's really quite up there. Here it's not too much different in heat than the Moruga Scorpion. The difference is just a flavor profile, from what I understand. The Moruga Scorpion at one point was the hottest pepper in the world, and then quickly surpassed by the Carolina Reaper, I think within a year or two. Alright, so we got the seeds out of that one. I'm going to take just a few seeds out of this, but we can do the rest of that later. Man, there's a lot of seeds in the middle of that. This pepper really wants to propagate. Alright, that's good enough for now. We'll leave this bad boy over there. Okay. Alright. Well, let's get to it. Alright, and here we go. This is, again, the 7-Pot Jonah. Oh, one last thing. It's got a very kind of reddish, orangish hue, which is pretty neat. But yeah, it's the last I'll say about anything. I'll just stop talking and just see you on the other side. Very, very nice flavor. Really fruity, with still some of that kind of red pepper undertone. Woo! And it is just building and building. It started pretty smooth, and I feel it just ramping up. Oh man. I'm just trying to get some of the chunks down. That's really, oh man. It's hitting the back of the throat again. A lot of the front of the tongue too. There's still a lot of the nice aroma coming though. Really good fruit. I almost get like some kind of cherry. A little less antsy than I normally am. I think I'm just getting used to it. Yeah. Also the sides of my tongue, that's a new area. Yeah, definitely feeling flush. Very quickly getting that endorphin rush. I don't know, it's pretty comparable in heat to the 7-pot doula, but I would say the heat's not as violent. I mean, it's super hot and it's building, but the dougla, just like I said, it's just kind of like a slap on a sunburn, like spilling coffee on your lap or something. This is more of a sitting out in desert heat while the sun's just baking you and just slowly beating you down. Starting to back off a little now. That was a big pod too. There's no way I was gonna eat that whole thing. But the flavor was really good. I think with the other half, I'm gonna scrape the inside of that out and get a lot of that placenta out. I'm gonna use that to cook with. Really nice flavor. Between that and the yellow 7-pot dougla, I would definitely cook with this again. Especially with some habaneros. It'd be a really good mix. You get kind of that orangey habanero flavor with some of this. Really good. Like I said, cherry. It might just be because of the red fruit and my mind's kind of going there, but my tongue is still just on fire. By the way, it's hard when your tongue is under this kind of stress to push it up against your mouth. That's where you're really feeling it, even when you try to swallow. Yeah. I can feel my heart racing. You know, I don't know if there's any scientific fact to this, but I would suspect that eating peppers is probably not a bad idea for weight loss because it probably curbs your appetite, especially when they're super hot like this. I don't know. Somebody back me up with facts somewhere. Or not. The other thing is it does get your heart rate going. And that has been shown that it can speed up your metabolism and help you process your food faster. amongst other things, raising your body temperature, which burns fat. I know that. Oh, my ears are popping. I know that peppers are really high in vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin C, probably a bunch of other ones. Especially when they're fresh. The fresher they are, the better, because vitamin C does degrade over time. It has a half-life, if you will. What else? I don't know, this is really stinking hot. I think for my next one, I'm probably going to do the chocolate Bourgogne, which I'm sure is going to be horrendous. Again, man, the fruit flavor on this is still lingering. I think it makes the heat more manageable. At least when I breathe out, I get that nice, like, kind of like dark cherry. Man, that is a good tasting pod. I gotta tell you, for as much pain as it's put me through, that's a really nice tasting pod. I recommend you guys check it out. Check out that pod, see where you can get them from. Again, I got these from Chili Wonka's Pepper Factory. I guess that's all I got for now. I'll catch you guys later.